Hey everyone, this is Desiree and welcome to Make It Grow. So this week I just realized that I never actually showed you everything that we're growing around here. It's not a huge garden by any stretch of the imagination, but I do have a lot of different things that I'm trying to grow in various different parts of my property. So I figured let's just do a garden tour today. So join me. So here we have our seed starters here. So I have a variety of different vegetables that I'm starting seeds for the fall garden and some flowers. And over here I have seedlings, papaya seedlings that I've started. Um, and actually I'm just kind of giving those away as they get bigger. And then over here, this is my little sad looking onion plant. Very sad. They're not doing so well, but it is what it is. Over here, I have dragon fruit, which flowered recently. I'm hoping that it might actually turn into a fruit. We'll see. This is the first time I'm growing dragon fruit. I know my pot is probably too small, but it's okay. And then over there, I have another dragon fruit that I got from cuttings from one of my neighbors. So thank you, neighbor. And then all around that, I have some pineapples that I started from the pineapple tops of various grocery store bought pineapples. Because I eat a lot of pineapples, we have a bunch of tops that I just decided I was going to throw here for now. I don't know if I'm going to keep them there, but for now, that's where they are. So come with me. So this is the side of the property, and this is where I have most of the things that I'm growing located. So you come this way. I told you, I believe it was the week before last, that we were going to start some seeds. So I did. So we have some eggplants popping up here. They're doing well. And more eggplant over there. So one is pink tung and the other one is rosita. Over here we have a starfruit tree that's being pollinated by that big giant bumblebee. So that's great, and hopefully we'll get some fruit on this tree. I haven't noticed anything yet, so wish me luck on that. And then back here, if you remember in one of my previous videos, I showed you the pumpkin that actually got eaten, so there was no pumpkin. So I decided, let me try to do this again. So I planted a bunch, but this time I did it inside the bags. And those are 35-gallon bags. So I have about 4 in each bag, and there are different varieties. So this bag here is all Seminole pumpkins, and they look so much nicer in the bag than they did when they were growing on the floor, or rather in the ground. And then behind there, I have a combination of the Caribbean type of pumpkin. And then also I threw in a couple of butternut pumpkin seeds. Who knows? I don't know if that's going to grow, but we're going to give it a shot. This is my fig tree. Also, if you notice, I have a lot of my trees still in pots, and that's primarily because I don't know how long I'm going to be staying here, so I figured let me just keep them in pots in case I need to move them at some point. So this is my fig tree. It's doing okay. It had some figs. They already dropped. I'm hoping that I get some more soon. Over here, we have the remainder of the sweet potatoes that I still need to harvest. And some of them are starting to show in this one and in this one, but I'm trying to wait a little longer before I actually harvest those. I'm starting some tomato seeds in here, and they're taking forever to sprout. I don't know if they're going to sprout or not. Here's another tomato plant that is not doing so well at this point, but it's been in here all summer, so I understand why. I started some chives in here, so hopefully that'll start to grow. And then this is a purple passion fruit vine, which gave me fruit earlier this year, so I was very happy about that. So, and then over here, these are loofah. So, hey guys, if you know why these loofahs are not prospering or not really doing such a good job, please let me know, because I have no idea what's going on with them, but they're not doing well. They're yellowing and dying on the vine. So that's that part. Then over here I have more pineapples because I love pineapples. This is cassava. No, I'm sorry. This is yucca. Is yucca and cassava the same? I don't know. Anyway, this is yucca. And there's another one over there, which really took a long time to do anything, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Cantaloupe. And they seem to be doing okay. On this side here, well, we have the papaya tree, which I have several that are starting to yellow, so those will be picked off soon before the animals find them. We have some carrots starting to sprout. And in this bag, I put some carrot seeds as well, but they're not sprouting yet, so hopefully they will soon. Back there, I have a sage plant. Here we have a dwarf pomegranate. Back here, we have the red guava. If you can show you, I have a couple of fruit here and over here. And these are really, really good. This is my mulberry tree. Actually, I had to cut this back because it was getting some sort of disease. So I cut it a little bit, took off all the bad leaves, and it seems to be doing better now. We're starting to get flowers. So hopefully I'll get some fruit soon. Back there is a soursop tree. That tree actually died all the way down to the bottom over the winter when we had the really hard freeze, but it's coming back, so we'll see what happens. We started some seedlings over here, so more, so some of the peppers, um, more of the tomatoes, and I can see some starting to sprout here. Those are Floridade tomatoes. These Everglade tomatoes, I don't know, they seem to be taking forever to sprout. I don't know if they're going to sprout, but we'll see. More tomatoes. This is my beet container, which I am really not growing for myself, but more for a friend because he tried it and it didn't work. So I'm trying to see if I could grow them for him. Back here, I have a lime tree and an orange tree, but they've been suffering ever since I put them in. So I'm actually going to take them out. Over here, I have another pumpkin, which, as I said earlier, they don't seem to do so well when I put them in the ground, as nice as they look as the ones that are in the containers. But they're growing, so let's see what happens. This is Malabar spinach, which has grown really nicely, and I kind of like those, so that's good. Over here, I have some eggplants, and they're struggling too. I don't know if it's just that it's been too hot. I have no idea. But we'll see what happens. If you have any suggestions on what to do with these guys, please let me know. These are the Black Beauties. Back there, we have taro. And then, if you recall in a previous video, I had a lot of problems with cucumbers and worms. So I decided we're going to try it again because I hate to lose. So here we got some more. I replanted those. Hopefully those will come up. And don't, hopefully they won't give me a problem with any worms. We have more taro here. I also planted some kale inside there, which I could see they're starting to sprout. So that's good. On this side, we have a bunch of banana trees all in the same spot. This started out as one plant that I bought at Walmart for really cheap. And over the course of the last 7 years or 8 years or so, it's gotten crazy. But it does produce, so I'm really happy, and I do like bananas. And every year around Christmas time, it's banana bread making time. So this was a really good investment for me. I'm really happy about that. Over here, I have rosemary, which I really think is getting too much water. So I'm going to be taking this out this weekend and repotting it in a different container and have it dry out a little bit. I harvested all the mint that I had in here, but we still have some. That'll come back because mint doesn't ever die. And back there in the corner, can you see this? That was a leftover potato from I should say from the winter. So earlier this year, that didn't get dug up, and so it started regrowing. Under here, I have several containers of ginger. So I'm looking forward to harvesting those. Back here, you can see back here, I have this here is a grapefruit tree that I started from seed. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get any grapefruit from there. And if I do, I don't know when. Behind the grapefruit are more pineapples. Let's take a walk this way. This here is a yellow passion fruit vine, which is really out of control. So I'm going to wait for this to give me some fruit. And after it gives me fruit, then I am probably going to give it a severe haircut because it's really, really wild. So we're going to probably cut this back a lot after it fruits. We have peppers back here. So there's some bell peppers back there, which, they're not doing so well. These are ahisas, which I just recently moved into the shade because they were getting too much sun. So their new growth here seems to be doing pretty good. So I'm excited about that. This is culantro or recao. This I use seasoning a lot of my foods. And then this is the avocado tree that finally bloomed after about 8 years. So this is the side garden. Got a lot of little things going on around here. And let me take you to the back. So here in the back, I don't have a lot of vegetables or anything like that. What I do have is a landscaper that's making a whole lot of noise right now. But this is a peach tree, started from seed. This is another guava, white guava, also started from seed. Oh, and this is my pineapple. And if you look inside, you can see that it's actually starting to crown. So I'm getting a fruit in here. That's exciting. And over here, I have my herb garden. So I have a bunch of onions that I just planted, some basil, some leeks, and some chives. And so, yeah, here's another basil. And of course, the landscaper is going to like really mess up this video. So hopefully you can still hear me. But this is what I have growing right now. And I just wanted to share that with you. And if you have any suggestions for me on the loofah, I would greatly appreciate it because it's really annoying me that it's not actually growing the way I had intended. But so that's it for now. Next week, I will probably show you some more of what I'm going to be working on for the fall. But in the meantime, have a great week, and I'll see you next week.